Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Sheila Ganguly and I work at UNIR, Universidad Internacional de La Rioja. First of all, sorry for the short delay. I hope everything is fine. I have the pleasure to announce that today we are at Adecco Group headquarters in Madrid. I really think that Adecco doesn't need any kind of introduction. However, I will just say that we are talking about a company having more than 60 years of experience leading the HR market at a global level. Let me introduce you to Iria Vazquez-Palacios. She's the director of the Service and Quality Department. Hello, Iria.
Hello.
Hello. And to the Cire Montiel, she's an Adecco Group HR consultant.
Yes.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Okay, well, they are going to share with us their knowledge and experience in this sector, so it's my pleasure to welcome you to the session. Thank you so much to both of you. I also welcome all the online participants. I'm sure that you are going to enjoy the session and you are going to find it useful. All right, so let's start with the session. We have prepared a presentation based on the questions that we have received from the online participants. Well, Iria will start giving us a short presentation about Adecco and about the current trends in the labor market and in the required competences by the companies. Iria has pursued her professional career more than 16 years in Adecco Group. She holds a degree in business administration and she also holds an MBA and a master in HR management. Sorry. Okay, Iria, so thanks again and please,
Thank you very much. You're very welcome. It's a pleasure for us to be here. Thank you for counting with the Adecco Group for this session.
You're welcome.
I would like to start giving a short presentation about the Adecco Group in the world. No? As we are present in 60 countries all over the 5 continents, and we really want to be very close to our candidates and to the companies we work with. That's why we operate through a network of more than 5,000 different branches all over the world, and we are 34,000 Adecco colleagues working for our candidates every day. So I am really happy to say and to think in our activity as a company that is one of the main employers all over the world, as we hire every day 700,000 different people daily at a worldwide basis. If we talk about Adecco in Spain, we offer different HR solutions to different industry and to different professional profiles. That means that we work with recent graduates, people that are just starting their careers, but we also work with people that have a lot of experience in the job market, no? And we like to work with different profiles, and our job and our goal is give opportunities in the job market to everyone.
Great.
So if we talk about Adecco in Spain, we also want to be very close to our clients. We have a network of 300 branches. But I prefer to talk about our activity as social contributors. No? That's my favorite part of the story. And I can say that only last year we hired 126,000 different people.
It's not a small figure.
That's a lot, yeah. But I am especially proud to say that 28% of those people found a permanent contract with the companies they gave service to. So that's really impressive for me. And that's a nice thing of thinking about what we do every day. And I'm also especially proud about what we do with youngsters, no? Because we are aware that in Spain there's a high level of unemployment within people under 25. And I must say that 28,000 people under 25 last year found a job thanks to Adecco.
Good.
So that's something that I really like to tell. And on the other hand, we are also aware that there's right now a big gap between education and what companies are needing right now. So we also offer training opportunities just to reduce this gap. And in this sense, more than 50,000 people had the opportunity to take part of different training sessions in order to be more employable. That's part of what we do every day.
Great, great.
So if we move to three special activities that I really like to tell, especially in this session, because they have to do with youngsters, with people under 30, even if I think that youth doesn't have to do with age, but we can focus in this. We have three special initiatives. No? One is called Way to Work, Regeneración in Spanish. And during this day, is the same day in all the Adecco world, the 34,000 colleagues, we go out to the streets the same day. And our goal is to help the youngsters to understand better the job market. No? So we go to the universities in all the main cities of the world, and we give a lot of workshops trying to help about how to do a good CV, how to be successful in an interview, and how to move better in the job market. So it's a nice session. Another nice activity, we call it CEO for 1 month. And there's a lot of applicants every year, and what we do is give the opportunity to a person under 25 to live the experience for 1 month to be the CEO of Adecco in each of the 60 countries. No? So imagine, Sheila, this person has the opportunity to learn how to work in the management team, how to define a strategy, how to set goals, how to do a lot of things, and that's a really good learning that otherwise they couldn't have this experience. No? Of course. And the third one is called Factoría de Talento. We are constantly looking for talent. Talent is everywhere. So what we do is look for among all the universities in Spain for 40 people that has some special skills that are very demanded in the market. We are going to talk about that later on. And what we do with these people is to work for a 1-year program, and we really work with them in trying to develop those competences like communication, working teams, leadership that is going to be very demanded in the future. And they also have a lot of contact with people working in different companies that make easier to understand how they can move forward in their careers. No?
Yeah, that sounds great, really, Iria. Now that you're mentioning these kind of initiatives, I've got one question here. You know that UNIR iTED is the Research Institute for Innovation and Technology in Education. This institute participates in different European projects, such as this one. This is the European project Virtual Tours. And I would like to know if you think, if you consider that these kind of initiatives, such as the European projects, help to improve the competences of the recent graduates.
Yes, I think these kind of initiatives are key, Sheila. And you imagine that when we are finishing our studies, usually a person needs orientation and needs inspiration and also self-confidence. No? And the good news is that it doesn't matter what you have done in the past. There's something, even if you don't have any experience, there's something called competences that everybody have them, and you only have to find them in yourself, know what are your strengths, and put them in value. This is not about what you have done so far, it's about how you can move and what you are able to do from now on. No? That's why I think these kind of initiatives are very important.
I totally agree with you, totally. All right, so now let's watch a corporate video that I think it will complete very much what Iria has said about Adecco and its corporate values.
Potential. We believe in it, for people and for business. At the Adecco Group, unlocking potential is at the heart of everything we do. Every day, we connect more than 1 million people with work and more than 100,000 private and public organizations with talent and workforce solutions, helping them to reach their full potential. The world of work is changing, opening up new possibilities, and with new technology comes not just a demand for new skills, but the chance to learn them. Our mission is to make the future work for everyone, whatever your ambitions. We bring employers and talent together to make the journey to success as invigorating, innovative, and rewarding as possible. We can help you realize your potential in a world that embraces new forms of flexibility, new ways of learning and developing skills. We can take your career to new heights. Whether you're looking for freelance, part-time or full-time work, or whether as a company you need full workforce packages from outsourcing to on-site support. We have the passion and the expertise to deliver wherever you are, whatever your goals. We create cutting-edge workforce management solutions for companies that want the best value from their teams. And we provide strategic planning to give your company the flexibility to adapt your team as the market changes. We started as entrepreneurs, and we're proud to keep that spirit alive as the global leader in our industry. We partner with others to embrace new technology and innovations, and we enable you to do the same. We help organizations and governments around the world prepare and plan for the future world of work. A future that will bring success for companies and candidates alike. We strive to lead by example as a responsible, sustainable and inspiring organization that benefits society. And we're working every day to unleash the unlimited potential of our own people, to perform, to transform and to innovate, so that we remain the world's most admired workforce solutions partner. We've made a commitment to embrace talent and potential in all its diversity. Our different backgrounds, skills, outlooks and abilities are what drive our communities and our economies. At the Adecco Group, we've built our business on the power of potential. For people and for business, and potential for the world of work. As this world changes, we will be there with you every step of the way, making the future work for everyone.
Okay, the video, I think it's great. I think it summarized very good what is Adecco and what are their corporate values. Thank you for that.
You're welcome, Sheila. As we have seen in the video, we work to make the future of work for everyone. No? So a very important part of our job, Desiree's and mine, is give a lot of training sessions, do a lot of workshops with people that are starting, no? Or that just need some advice in order to move forward. So. Yes. First of all, I would like to give three general messages. No? First has to do with being where things happen. No? So, yeah, in this sense, what do we want to say with this? The message here is that it doesn't really matter what your background is. Everybody has potential, everybody has competences to show. So the thing here is that we must be ready to stretch ourselves, to take opportunities, to get out of our comfort zone, to reach our full potential. Yeah. For instance, if 20 years ago, when I was finishing my degree, I was a very shy girl, extremely shy. If someone tells me that I was going to be presenting in a session like this, talking in English, I would have said no way. It's completely impossible. But the only way to move forward and to learn is stretch yourself and taking risk. That is important. And it doesn't really matter, Desiree, if we make mistakes, yes. If our English is not perfect, yeah. If our communication skills are not perfect yet. The important thing here is that we are trying, and the mistakes are always an opportunity to learn. Yes. So that's an important thing.
Yes.
The second thing is about learning. We live in a VUCA environment. No? That means that our world right now is volatile, is uncertain, is complex, and it's ambiguous. So curiosity and constant learning is something very important. And in this sense, we have to take into account that only 10% of what we read we learn from that. The important learning, 90% of it comes from sharing, comes from experience, comes from sessions like this at the end.
Like this one.
And the third one is about attitude. Simply put, attitude is everything. And the good news around it is that it's 100% under our control. We cannot control how other people react to us, but we can control how we react to the things that are happening to us every day. And as HR professional, Desiree, you know a lot about this. We can tell that what we really look for in a job interview is people with a really good attitude, and Desiree is going to talk a little bit more later on about it. A little few words about the job market today. No? I am sure you are thinking about what are the sectors of the future, because a lot of people ask us about it. No? When you are just finishing your degrees, you want to know, okay, what sector do I try? What sector is going to be the good one in the future? No? So there's one sector that is obvious for everybody, that's about technology and R&D. That's a sector that is hiring a lot of people right now and is going to do the same in the future. Another good sector to try and to move in is the health sector, because the progressive aging of the population is demanding a lot of profiles, a lot of professionals within this sector, so it's a good try. The third one is about tourism and leisure, especially in Spain, with the improving of the transport and the networks. Every day more people is finding a job within this sector, and for sure energy and industry and manufacturing are going to be sectors very demanded in the future. If we talk about profiles, they are really connected with these industries. For instance, engineers and technicians, big data analysts, social network specialists, but not only IT profiles are going to be very needed in the future, but people that is ready and that is able to deal with people is going to be very, very important. Psychologists, coaches, facilitators, we have to take also into account this kind of human profiles, no? Let's say. And for sure, everything that has to do with sales, marketing, and business developer is going to be needed today and also in the future. That is strategic communicators, brand engineers, customer analysts. This kind of profiles are going to be very, very interesting. And if we talk about the skills, something that is very famous right now. I said before, it doesn't matter if you don't have experience, you can have a lot of success in an interview, just finding those skills that are very strong in your characteristic as a candidate, and it's a very important thing to work with when you get ready for an interview. The city is going to talk about it right now, but I would like to mention the importance of collaboration. And collaboration, we have to take into account that in the future we are not going to work with people that is sitting just next to us. People is going to be in another continent, talking another language, maybe in another time zone with another culture, and we must be ready for that. Communication is key, very, very important, and we have to take into account that communication has also two sides. It's not only about writing an email and send it and just it, or a text. We have to take into account that the other person is understanding what we are saying, and also for sure leadership skills, Desiree, are going to be very demanded also in the future. Change management, flexibility, resilience, constant learning and curiosity, as said before, are very important. And another thing, important thing that I personally like a lot about companies right now is that we care about values in the candidates we interview every day. We like to know that the people that we are hiring to working at companies have a perfect match with our culture. In Adecco's experience, we look for people that are ready to work as a team, that are people that have passion, that have entrepreneurship skills, that are results oriented, and we look for people like this, but we also, for instance, a lot of companies do look for people that have a social contribution, no? That spend part of their free times helping others and taking care of the rest of society, no? So that's something very important to put in value when you do an interview.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, definitely. Okay, that was very clear, Iria, and very inspiring, especially the first part. So thank you so much. Right. So let's move on to the second part of the session. This is a very much awaited topic, as we have received plenty of questions related to this topic. And now Desiree will give us some tips and advices about how to prepare a recruitment process and what do you have to do when you are looking for a job.
Well, when you're looking for a job, you're looking for your dream job, you're graduating right now, and the things that you have to have in mind, we're going to give you like 3 steps, so we recommend you to follow them. The first one is going to be gain confidence. So for that, you have to be a person who can overcome the failure. We all have some failure or some fear of failure. So we have to know how to be challenge ourselves, and so you have to get to know yourself.
Of course.
First of all, you have to be positive, always thinking the good things and kill all the negative thoughts and put them away. You have to set your goals. We are always like achieving to the moon. If we set for small goals at first, for example, my first goal is going to be gaining confidence of myself. When I have that, I'm going to feel good about myself, and I'm going to pass for the second one. And the second one could be preparing my curriculum. So step by step, we can achieve more. You have to focus on solutions, not so much on problems. Problems are always going to be there, but you have to think effectively, act efficiently, and resolve it. So focus on solution. Also stand tall and smile. If you are smiling, you transmit more confidence. The people is going to say, oh, she's happy, she's having a good day. She can...
You transmit.
Yeah, you transmit that confidence. So always get to know yourself and gain confidence. That's the first step. Also, you have to have passion. And the passion is something very important. For example, my passion wasn't always human resources. I'm a lawyer. I studied my degree in Venezuela. I'm from Venezuela. So I studied there and I graduated. I thought that it was going to be my passion, but it isn't. My passion is in human resources. I didn't like so much the politics or the government or knowing everything by heart. It wasn't for me. Yeah. So I studied human resources and management degree, and I realized that I really like and enjoy knowing people, knowing their backgrounds, where they're coming from, and place them in a good position, you know, have the vacancy and have the person that can complement the company and the person. So that's something for me really important. Well, when you have your passion and you have your confidence, you need to know where do you begin. And so you have to do first the self-assessment. That's knowing yourself. Then you have to know what are the company requesting right now. It doesn't mean that you have to know every company of the world, but know what's in the market right now. What are the companies required? And the third one is to be genuine with yourself. So what makes you genuine? For example, me, I can adapt to the changes very easily. I'm multicultural, have lived in 3 different countries already. So that's something that makes me different, makes me stand out from the rest. Yeah. So
you need to find...
Yes, you need to find that in order to prepare your CV. Yeah. So that's going to be your second step. When you already have that, you need to know also what companies are looking for right now. As my colleague told us before, companies are not looking so much for skills. They request that on the application. You know, maybe they have to be an engineer, or they have to handle some different tools, but they're looking right now for attitude. Attitude is something that you have, and you have. That's why you know yourself. Yeah. Skills is the knowledge, and you develop it in time. So that's the difference maybe between an attitude and the skills. Attitude is an enthusiastic person, dynamic, proactive, and companies are looking right now for that. They're eager to learn, they're eager to grow. The skills, you have the soft skills and the hard skills. The soft skills are maybe the management or the teamwork, as my colleague said before, adapting to changes, self-control, for example. And the hard skills are the tools that you learn how to handle. For example, I don't know, SAP or any software that you can...
Office or
yes,
whatever.
whatever. we are more centered in the soft skills now than the hard skills.
Yeah.
So you need to remember that all of us have a lot to offer, and it's just knowing how to find it. Well, the second part, as I told you, is going to be preparing your CV. After you know yourself, you know what your passion is, and you know what drives you, what excites you, you have to make your CV. And for that, it's important for you. I'm going to give you some tips of having the secret of the good CV. Yes, it's important for you to have an unbeatable presentation. The presentation is very important. That's when you transmit your attitudes and your skills and who you are. That's where we only were going to see that. It's important to know you have to adapt your curriculum to every vacancy. It's not just one curriculum. The vacancies are different, and the requests are different, and the companies and the mission values and culture are different, so you need to adapt it. Writing, please double check it, okay? Because you need to have in mind you cannot have any spelling mistakes.
Yeah, and it's easy.
Yes, and we
won't forget.
Yes, and we will forget, and if you do, when we look at it, we can say, oh my God, it didn't have the time to double check it, so
to revise it,
impeccable spelling, please. Yes, and the picture were more than 1,000 words. That's very important. If you are going to put a picture, it depends on you, but if you are going to put it must be a professional one. Yeah. It doesn't mean that it's only the perfect picture when you go like this, but if you're a model, maybe you have a different picture. Yeah. If you are maybe marketing or consultancy, you have another picture. Yes. So adapt it, but a professional picture. That's important. Also, we're going to give you some models that you can see, and you can find many models online. If you Google it, you can find many models. And it doesn't mean that it's a right one or a wrong one. There are many. As you can see on the left, maybe you can see more professional classic curriculum with the guys looking so neat like this, maybe for a consultancy or manager position. And you can see the unbeatable presentation right up on the right. Below, you can see the studies and the academies. And in the right, you can see a video that's really nowadays using a lot, because you can transmit the confidence, you can see the skill of the person, her attitude, and how she communicates. Maybe she's looking for a different job position. For example, she's looking for a marketing. So I think it's an example of what is using right now nowadays. Right. And below, you can see a curriculum that's really different from the rest, because it's really creative, but it could be for a position such as marketing or another type of jobs. And it's really interesting because that curriculum makes him stand out for the rest of persons. Please don't forget the basic information that curriculum must contain is the contact details. If we don't have your contact details,
we cannot contact.
Well, yes, we cannot call you. It happens that I don't have the phone number, for example, and I cannot call that candidate, and he's missing for opportunity. Yeah. So please, contact details, phone number, the house number, and the email address. Also, put your academic studies, your professional experience, and if you have further training or another thing that's relevant for the job, you can put it. If you don't have anything relevant, for example, if you are just graduating and you don't have that professional experience, it's probably that you in your university have studied or published in some articles, or maybe you have done volunteer, as my colleague said before. And that's really important, because we are looking also for that, for people who are involved in the world, who can achieve for more. Right. So it's attitude at the end. And the third objective, after I find my confidence, I know my passion, and I have my curriculum, it's perfect, I need to know where to send it. That's really important. So for that, you need to be prepared, you need to be patient, and to have the time and dedication for it. Looking for a job is a job itself, so get prepared. Yes. Where do you look for employment? Well, you have different portals. You have to remember that we have our own, Adecco.es. Adecco.es is for Spanish jobs here in Spain. And also you have Adecco.com, that's worldwide jobs and vacancies, job opportunities. Also, be aware of your contacts and your networking, because maybe you have been studying with former colleagues, now working in another company, and they could be the one who can pull you on to that job opportunity. Social networks. That's LinkedIn, for example, is so important. Maybe you apply for a job, and then you search me online, and you find me on LinkedIn, and you can add me and send me your curriculum. And maybe you start adding some recruiters online. When you do, it's easier because you can send the resume, the curriculum, and when I receive it, what I do is I open it, I see it, and I save it. If I don't have the vacancy right now for that job, for that person, it doesn't mean that it's a time loss, because when I do have it, I'm going to see that I already have part of my job done.
Yeah.
So it's really it's really good to be proactive as a candidate. And the most important thing is that you have to be selective for where you send your curriculum. It's important that you have like a record, a timeline of where to send it. Don't get crazy and send it everywhere, because we all have that call when an ex-company call us and tell us, hi, yes, I'm calling on behalf of this company. Do you remember the offer? Do you remember the company? What do you know about us? And you're saying, oh my God, why I don't know? So that's horrible, because you are not prepared. And that's something that I said before, you have to get prepared. And for that, know where are you sending your curriculum, to whom you are sending it, when did you send it, and the result of that. So have like a timeline, and when you get your call, you're gonna be more prepared for it.
I think this is a common mistake, right?
Yes.
I'm
It's
sure
so
that it
common.
happens many times.
It happened to me, so we have to learn from mistakes.
Yeah, of course.
And finally, we can give you your adequate advice. Be optimistic, be enthusiastic, have a positive attitude, plan your actions, and I just can say good luck on your search for employment.
Yeah, okay, that's good. I'm sure that all our participants are taking notes.
I hope so.
Yeah. There were many questions related to this topic, so I think it has been very clear, and I hope that it has been helpful for everybody. Okay, so I'm afraid we are arriving to the end of the session. So once more, thank you so much. We really appreciate you both having here. It has been our pleasure to be in this session. Also, to all the online participants, thank you for being here. I hope I see you all again. And to close the session, we will finalize with another corporate video about Adecco. And nothing else from my side. Have a nice day.
हर घर में बिजली होनी चाहिए सुबह से लेकर शाम तक। आपके फ्यूचर